Blue Collar Watches again. Welcome back. And yes, that is a Timex. I wanted to add a Timex back into my collection because I probably wore Timex watches well over 30 years. These are great watches for the working man. I mean, you can buy a Timex, a quartz, 30, 40 bucks. They're going to last. If you break it, if you damage it, it doesn't break your heart. You just might say, oh crap, I broke my watch, but it's not an expensive timepiece. This is a little bit more, not a crazy expensive watch. I did unbox it. It's still got all the plastic on it. I need to size it. Let me peel all that off, and then we'll get back into the watch. Okay, getting back into this watch. I haven't sized it yet. I'll do that in a couple minutes. The one thing that is immediately impressing me about this watch, look at it. It's hitting its markers. I bought this watch on Amazon for $88. I was looking at the Timex automatics. I really wanted to get a Timex automatic. I think they're way overpriced. Most of their automatics are going for like $160 to $180, and they have a relatively cheap Miyota movement in them. And I just feel like $160 to $180 is too much for a Timex automatic. And as I was looking through Timex watches, I stumbled across this for 88 bucks. After automatics, my favorite is solar, because you put these on your wrist and you go. Occasionally you have to change the date on them. Good to go. This is the Timex TW2V39600JI. Solar. The power reserve on these is nowhere near a Citizen. It said in the description the power reserve on this is 3 months. That's still pretty decent, and I find this to be an attractive watch. Like the face, like the dial. All the batons are applied. Timex looks like it's applied, but the steel and the solar look painted on. You can see a little bit of the solar panel under there. There's no AR coating on that, obviously. It's a mineral glass. It's okay. Steel case back. This watch is 304L stainless steel. The difference between 316 and 304, this watch could rust quicker. I don't plan on going diving with this watch. I don't plan on putting this watch in the water, so I don't really see 304L as being an issue. The band, I kind of like this band, but I'm also a little disappointed. Like I said, I've yet to size it. No half lengths. There's no micro adjustments. Hopefully, I will get a decent fit out of this watch. I hope so. Because generally, when there's no, those of you that own, do your own watches, generally when there's no micro adjustments or no half links, it's most of the time it's either too tight or too loose. I'm hoping this is going to work out well. This watch is, let me get my calipers out. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Get in there. I don't know why it's jumping around like that. 12 millimeters thick. Pretty decent. It's stated at 43.5 in circumference. Let's see what we get with the micrometer. Or micrometer to calipers. 43.5. Spot on. This band, you're married to this band on this watch. As you can see how it attaches. You could probably dig around and look, but I'm not spending $30 on a new band for an $88 watch. But it starts out at $25. Wow, that's a really odd size. And then tapers down to $20. Pretty cool little watch. This watch has 5 bar of water resistance. Kind of like the minimum that I like. It's not like you can immerse this in water, but if you get it wet, you should be fine. Let me size it, and then we'll do a lume shot. Okay, so here we go with the lume shot on this Timex. It's not exceptionally bright, but it appears to be decent lume. Let's see how it does. Let's see how it looks. I'm okay with that. Like I said, it's not exceptionally bright, but has lume, works. No complaints. So I feel like I got pretty lucky with this watch, considering how the band is. I took 3 links out. It fits me fairly decent, but there is no fine tuning to that band. But I'm happy with the fit that I got out of it. The crown on this watch, a little difficult. I mean, you gotta have to have a fingernail to pull that out. And it doesn't feel like to me that it comes out enough. But it's not like I'm gonna be setting it a lot. But that's a pretty cool budget solar. Nowhere near like what a Citizen or Seiko would be, but I find that to be an attractive watch. This could make a decent dress watch, a decent work watch. Has lume. I like the red secondhand. I like when they break up the color patterns, watch manufacturers. I just find that to be a better thing. And again, the bracelet is not horrible. Just know if you opt to go with one of these, there's not going to be any fine tuning to the adjustment of the bracelet. I feel like I got pretty darn lucky removing 3, and I feel like it fits decent. Probably about right about where I would want it. And the bracelet on this was huge. I initially took out 4 links, and then I had to put 1 back in because it was way too tight. But now I have a Timex back into the rotation. Like I said, I wanted a Timex again. And I love their automatics. I want an automatic. Maybe I'll have to look on eBay. I'm not paying $160 to $180 for a watch with a Miyota 8215 in it. They're not a bargain. But I feel like this watch was a decent deal at $88. Looks decent, feels decent. It's a little lesser than with the 304L stainless steel, but that's not going to be an issue with me because I'm not going to be around salt water and I'm not going to be immersing this in water. But anyway, that's the Timex Solar at $88. I recommend this watch, but just know you could have an issue with sizing it. There's, like I said, there's no fine tuning, and the bracelet is not horrible. But just know that there is no fine tuning to the adjustment. You're either going to get it close or you're going to get it to where you're comfortable with it. Luckily, I feel like it's right on for me. But okay, that's it for this watch. That's it for now.